of the time I threw up on a ride while riding it. So every year in the town that I grew up, there was a county fair. And there was a ride in particular called the Zipper. And it was probably the most popular ride there. So basically the ride is a big giant circle. It kind of looks like a Ferris wheel, except you and another person that sits in a cage, the cage spins around while the thing is like going in a big giant circle. So I thought it was a good idea after eating 6 fried Oreos, 2 funnel cakes, 3 corn dogs, 5 chicken tenders, French fries, ice cream. Why not go on the Zipper? So me and my friend go on. That first 3 seconds of being on there, I realized how big of a mistake that was. And I tried to hold it back. I did. I think the first initial I swallowed, but after that I just It was a mess to say the least. But use my code to get 15% off of your VP Fashion hair extension.
In college, I knew this girl that absolutely hated me. I don't know what I did to her, but when I sat next to her, she'd look mad enough to bite me. At first, I thought it was all in my head, until I tried to join her group for a game. Join another group, we don't want you here! Well, dang. And fam, that was when I realized the power I had. With a single greeting, I could ruin her day. And from then on, I became the friendliest person in class. Then I started greeting her outside of class. But then it started to get boring. How can I take this farther? So I found out where she lived and befriended all her roommates. So after a long day of avoiding me, she could come home and I could offer her brownies.
Story time of how I burned down my entire house when I was 8 years old. So basically, we had so many candles in the house, I guess just because my mom was obsessed with candles. I was also obsessed with fire. So every time I seen the candle, I would put my finger in the fire. And no, it didn't hurt me whatsoever. I guess it was just amusing to me. And everybody called me a pyro. So one day I was scrolling on Musical.ly, and on like the Feature Me page, I saw something with a candle. And it was like how to make your own candle or something like that. But you had to make your own candle out of a candle. So I went into my room and I closed my door. And like the first step was melting the candle all the way. So I lit the candle and then I put a piece of paper in there. I don't know why I did, but I did. And the fire started getting so big, so I lifted the piece of paper and I threw it on my rug. And I didn't want to get in trouble for fire on the floor, so I just left my room and left it alone. And I kid you not, just a couple minutes later, I hear the smoke detector going off. And my older brother screaming. I'm running out of time, like for part 2. Part 2 of how I burned down my entire house at just 8 years old. So continuing on with the story, after I hear the smoke alarms going off and my brother screaming, I knew exactly what I did. And I blamed it all on my brother. And to this day, they still think it's my brother. Even though it was in my room, but my family believed whatever I said. Anyways, the whole back side of the house was on fire, and we all rush out of the house. And of course, my mom takes care of it. I'm pretty sure she called 911. Well, duh. Sadly, our 2 cats, 2 bunnies, and 4 hamsters were in the house. And our bird, but our bird was getting ready to pass anyways. I'm not sure how, but the house caught on fire so quickly, and the entire thing just blew up into flames. There might have been something else that the fire triggered to make it more big, I guess. I don't really know how to word that. But we ended up raising enough money to move to a different house because we lost every single one of our belongings. When the house burned down, there was only one wall standing, and it was the wall of pictures of my grandma who passed 10 years ago.
Guys, thank you for all the recent support, but let's get into the next story time. This one is called The Bloxburg Beggar. Okay, so one day I was playing Bloxburg and this girl was private chatting me, asking me to be her mom. I was looking for a kid anyways, so I said yes. She kept asking me for money and to build her house, which I obviously said no to. She said if I didn't, she wouldn't be my kid. Another girl was asking me to be her mom, so I said okay, then don't be my child. I saw that the beggar was asking other people the same thing and threatening them. I told the other people not to listen to her and don't give her anything. One girl didn't listen and met the beggar at Pizza Planet. The beggar planned this so she wouldn't see her house and know she was rich. The girl that didn't listen gave her 10 to 70K and the beggar left. The moral of this story is don't give strangers things that you have online. Bye, guys! Hey guys, let's do another story time. This is called The Hacker. So one day I was in Roblox and I was a very open person and I love having friends. So this guy added me and once I added him back, I got disconnected from the game. So I tried again and it didn't work. So I reset my phone and tried again. The guy that added me messaged me and I didn't see it because as soon as my phone reset, I joined a game and got disconnected again. So I took a 1-day break from Roblox and I logged in and I checked the message and he sent my email in the chat. This really freaked me out, so I didn't go on Roblox for 2 days. When I got on, I logged out and I tried to log back in with the correct user and password and it didn't work. So he hacked me. But I emailed Roblox and I got my account back and blocked him and changed my username and my password. This is from a follower. Thank you for your submission and bye guys!